Hello. Welcome to Bits and Pieces, the friendliest cricket podcast. Happy Diwali to all our 5 million listeners. I am Sandeep and I am your host for today. In episode 97, we are going to discuss some serious cricket because 97, of course, as we all remember, or rather are forcibly made to remember, was an insignificant score in our 2011 World Cup final win, scored by someone whose name means serious and who has some serious issues with a match winning knock by our then captain. But as he himself says, individuals don't win you matches, so his 97 does not hold any significance. But our episode 97 definitely does. But before I get timed out or maxed out of an episode which I'm hosting, let me introduce you to the panel of experts, some of who, just like Pakistan keeping Fakhar Zaman out of the team, were on self inflicted standby for a long time. Joining me today, firstly, we have someone who has been my senior. Sorry.
It's okay, just don't be sorry. Be better.
Be junior. Don't be sorry, be junior.
Firstly, we have someone who has been a senior to me in college and meaner to every New Zealand fan post college. What sets him apart is not only his constant hate for anything close to New Zealanders, but also his recent bout of watching matches at the ground with strangers. The co-creator of BNP, which safe to say nowadays has become Banana Needle podcast, the co-creator of BNP, Simplified, and recently the creator of Today I Learned. All of them have a wonderful following, richly earned. Known for his hate-hate relationship with Dhoni, his love relationship with Saz Kohli, please welcome our beloved Tony.
Wow, Sandy ji, epic day, epic. You are our wrong-footed, in-swinging menace introver of Bits and Pieces. Well played.
Thanks. Next, we have the Olympics master. And if voice of reason in chaos was a sport, he would have been a world champion. The wizard from the Swiss Alps who loves to discuss cricket with his pals. Of all the teams, England do face his intense wrath. And in Aussie accent, please welcome Srinath Sripath.
Wow. Yeah. I was going to say, Tony has new zeal and enthusiasm for following specific matches. But beautiful poetry, man. Thanks. Great to be back.
Did you see how Sandy ji threw two outside the off stump swinging away and then put one swinging in? He went with pals, and then Nitin and I okay, slap is coming because he went with Raat too, right? Srinath Sripath.
In an Australian accent, mind you.
We missed that. I was definitely going to play it.
I thought I was seeing what all he can do. Laps, he can do slaps. I thought he will go on for a while.
Oh, nice.
Done. Next, he's a marketing wizard and his multiple podcast and skills we may not be able to comprehend fully. But
hey, you already introed me, da.
You're representing sales here.
You're a sales wizard, Raj. Sales wizard.
And dude, in the world where I'm a marketing wizard, Tony, you definitely are a sales wizard.
Sorry.
Okay. He's a marketing wizard and his multiple podcast and skills we may not be able to comprehend fully. But for me, he's a prediction bully. He's a woke podcaster and writer who woke up at 6 a.m. yesterday to guide Max to take an Uber through Silk Road Junction. He is someone who thinks bowler is not concentrating on bowling when trying to run the non-striker out. Well, let's hear his views today on Shakib's concentration on Matthews' timeout. The Sheikh from Dubai who makes you wonder why did he come for just one England-South Africa match all the way to roam around Masjid Bandar. Please welcome Knittins Sundar.
Bacha, the best part of that intro is Bandar and Sundar rhyme.
I didn't even see that coming out of nowhere.
Too good.
Yeah.
No, it
Sundar
reminded me
kya
of-
jane adrak ka swad.
Yeah, it reminded me of my school days where I grew up in South India where nobody knows Hindi, but the one word they all seem to know is bandar. So Sundar, don't be a bandar is something I've heard quite a bit.
You've discombobulated Knittins so much that I thought he'd catch on to something you mentioned, which he didn't, which is that you
Tone
said
asunder.
no, you said he woke up at 6 a.m. to help Max take a auto rickshaw through Silk Route Junction. That was Marco Polo. Silk Route
board.
This is Silk Board.
Yeah,
Silk Board.
Hey, also by making Nitin go back to his school days, bits and pieces quickly morphed into heads and tails also.
Insert plug for podcast.
Nice
It is
plugging,
struggling
yeah.
to put out episodes week on week.
Our YouTube viewers are now confused as to why Sri Ravi Shankar is plugging heads and tails.
Oh. So talking about Sri Ravi Shankar, he's an HR with a difference, and that is because he would rather spend time reminiscing about 1996 debut of Ganguly than drawing a Diwali Rangoli. He's such a poser that if you look closer, he has the same side look for his LinkedIn pic in any of his podcast thumbnails and maybe even his marriage photos. In short, iska bahut acha hai thoda. Please welcome Abhishek Chopra.
Wow.
Hindi poetry, very nice.
My God.
So guys, we have lots to discuss today. In a week which finally saw no so-called upsets, let's start with the most interesting topic, and I don't mean India versus Netherlands. We always know Sri Lanka, Bangladesh can never be an usual affair.
Good job.
So want to know about your opinion on Shakib finding innovative ways to stay in news. And for needle in banana moment, let's start with Nitin. Nitin, have you watched the match?
Wait. Why are you conflating two different things? Nitin Sundar watching thing doesn't have anything to do with Nitin Sundar having an opinion on things.
Exactly.
So,
Exactly.
whether you
No.
saw it or not, let's go.
Yeah, I mean, first of all, let's make it clear nobody saw that match. It happened in very bad air quality. So at the Ferozshah Kotla. So in the previous episode, which I think the edited version of the podcast was only about an hour and 10 minutes, but the unedited version went on for nearly 2 hours, where about 20 to 25 minutes was a discussion on health and safety standards, and Prashant waxing eloquent about why cricket should not be played in such hostile conditions as in New Delhi. I think Shakib was just being nice to Angelo Matthews. If Matthews had come with a proper N95 mask, he would have let him play. But he instead came with a broken helmet. So he said, hey, this is not safe for you. So you go back. That's all. Like,
maybe the strap of the mask was also broken down.
maybe in Delhi, Shakib was saying, "मैं 1 second भी extra नहीं रुकूंगा इस pollution वाले environment."
Exactly. Yeah, so Matthew said the helmet is broken. Shakib said, yeah, you should be wiser. And he sent him back.
Oh my God. Yeah.
Hello, vanakkam, bits and pieces sports.
We have,
Sports volume coming பண்ணுங்க TV volume.
hell met hell. This is happening right here.
You should be wise.
Srinath maintaining a studious silence as if Sandy G is going to throw it away.
Yeah, I think
No.
erudite take of
Boys.
same.
Boys are flying anyway. No need for some Dravid level blade. Continue.
But can I give important information about this dismissal, which has not been previously revealed to people who have not watched this match? And this comes actually via my Insta feed, which is that this was the first ever international timed out dismissal in 147 years of international cricket, right? And while this momentous occasion was playing out, the DJ at Delhi was playing Dil Le Gayi Kudi Gujarat Di on the radio because nobody had a clue what the fuck was going on.
Editor gonna insert song or not? Please put.
Because no, see, for some reason I was watching it live as in on TV, okay? And I was like, why is like Erasmus wasting so much time? Till I realized that an actual dismissal is happening. And even Angelo Matthews, I think, was like fully not aware of what was going
Most amazing thing is MCC. Nobody asked, but they came after 3 days and said Matthews should have asked for permission from class teacher. Otherwise, he would not have been timed out. If he asked Erasmus nicely, appeal would not have been valid. Who asked you, man? Playing conditions only changed from 3 minutes to 2 minutes. You are not relevant.
But promptly following MCC, Wokes in the next match asked the umpires not to replace his helmet.
Yeah, Williamson also cutely said something saying you're on time or something when Matthews came in.
And Matthews in the next match came before the batsman even left the ground. So he was like
which was a remarkable feat considering Sri Lanka lost like 5 wickets in 3 minutes or something like that when Angelo Matthews had to run onto the field.
But important question is, after Ash Anna's support for non-striker run out, do you think this is also something he came out with some he's not come out with a Kutti story, but he has come out with something related to what his opinion is for this.
Are you going to tell us or we have to guess?
What is the opinion?
I think he's not in favor. I didn't understand from his post whether he's in favor or not. But do you think this will take the course of non-striker run out, or do you think this will not be taken up again?
Needs Shakib level lack of awareness, no, for this to happen. There was that beautiful tweet from Ian Higgins of Shakib kicking stumps when umpire didn't give out, and then 2 screenshots of Shakib telling Matthews to listen to umpire. No, man, it's like silly stuff.
It's all very strange, right? So if Matthews had faced his first ball, after that he could have taken 5-6 minutes to change equipment. He could have gone to toilet and come back, whatever. You won't get timed out after you faced your first ball, apparently. Also, if Matthews had just come slowly without, actually fiddling with equipment and all, he just come slowly, taken 5 minutes to take strike also, I don't think Bangladesh would have realized that time was getting wasted and no appeal would have been placed. Just that here they thought, okay, now there is a window of opportunity. Let's jump in and pile on.
I think Illingworth, who is one of the umpires, did end up saying that even as he was preparing to face up, there was a warning or something given to him about him being very, very close to the 2-minute.
Angelo Matthews put out video showing he was pointing all to helmet 1 minute 55 seconds into the thing, right? So
amazing. That CCTV footage. CCTV footage level clock was running on that. Like fast
the best.
That is where he stole the necklace. Like I was waiting for something like that happening. What is
the best thing to come out of all of this is that we were made aware that cricketers can be this petty, and also that Alan Donald is a grandfather. Because Alan Donald famously apparently is bowling coach of Pakistan. And
Bangladesh.
Post-partition. Do all South African fast bowlers look the same to you? Morne Morkel is the coach.
Okay, anyway, sorry. Yeah. Apologies.
Do all Pakistans look the same to you?
Ridoy, Bangladesh.
Oh my god. Superb. Yeah. And now I have to leave this in the edit. Damn you, Sri Ravi Shankar. But anyway, Alan Donald apparently was the bowling coach of Bangladesh, and he promptly broke Shakib's index finger, which was pointing at other people, and Alan Donald was like the teacher saying, don't point your finger at others. 3 others will point you, and broke his index finger, sent Shakib home. And then Bangladesh Cricket Board apparently got into Alan Donald. So he quit with a message saying, it is time for me to now be a good husband, dad, and grandfather. And we're all like, wait, Alan Donald is a grandfather now? Okay, that's happened. So
apparently contract ended already at the end of World Cup. So nice
like
nib
this
was
you
put.
say means Jamie sir's contract is also ending after World Cup.
Jamie sir renewed, bro, till 2032, till LA Olympics. Jamie sir
will exit stage right after the final. So
But
basically,
talking-
Alan Donald also got timed out. His contract also got timed out.
Basically, in notice period, he's doing all sorts of things. Sending
HR violation.
nice.
Great
My
HR
God.
point of view coming there. but
Need to-
I mean, taking one step ahead, Shakib's irritating behavior. Sorry,
all
He's
of it is true. You every typo in that sentence is correct.
Yeah, except you took a long time to say it, so he'll time you.
You actually missed irritable bowel syndrome also. That also could be true.
Also,
Irritable bold syndrome.
Ball.
but he was irritated at Hridoy because Hridoy shook hands with Sri Lanka
Oh
players.
yeah.
And he shouted at them at his own teammates when they were coming back. So I don't know what he wants and what he is aiming for, but
But this
really
is standard Bangladesh practice during World Cups, right? Because in 2011, they wanted to stone the Bangladesh team. They ended up stoning the West Indies team. After West Indies
The
bowled
bus,
out
yeah.
Bangladesh for 60 odd, they thought that they stoned the wrong bus. So Bangladesh is always do that. They get confused.
yeah, no wonder their fans start hitting themselves with chappals.
But when they threw one stone at the bus, did 3 stones come back at them?
हम नहीं
Apparently,
जीतेंगे, हमारी मर्जी है.
हमारी निराश है. But apparently, key update for those who follow Twitter is that Shakib was apparently waiting for Angelo Matthews outside Bank of Baroda in Delhi, and Angelo Matthews never showed up. He got timed out in that fight also.
What is
Nicholas
Only
has no
Tony
idea
and
what
me.
is-
Only Tony
Yeah.
and me know this or what?
Choppy looks like
Proper
Bank of
gorilla
Baroda
moment
logo
for me.
only today.
Bob Mitra.
Hey, Chappy explained. This is too heavy. We'll edit it out, but it is quite epic.
Please.
So apparently, there's this one guy who said.
Let me
something-
just say one thing. I have a feeling this won't get edited out. But anyway, go on.
Srinath gingerly looking at episode 29 editor note. We will edit it out.
Gorilla only.
So this one guy put out a tweet saying something nice about, I think, Ganguly or something.
Rohit, yeah, something like that.
But enough about Iman Kalyan Pandey.
And then one guy challenged him saying, whatever, Rohit or Ganguly, whoever it was, is.
Hey,
is
I only
absolutely
shared that.
terrible.
Right, hey, I forgot.
How is this credit to you, Nittu? Like, I don't understand.
I only shared this thread, Ra.
This is what is happening.
Except I forgot that it is.
Oh, it originated with Crick Crazy Jones. Obviously, it takes.
Hey,
money
I shared it
instead
on
of the
LLC, Ra. Hey.
pod. What is the point? You don't even remember it.
Yeah, Bank of
Location
Baroda is not the
bata
thing I
BKL.
remember about this.
This is key. This
It is. Yeah, of course.
Oh,
this one.
Yeah. No, but
Business.
Bank of Baroda is not the one thing that you will end up remembering. But yeah, good one. 2 minutes. It's actually a very good joke.
No,
Excellent.
Macha, in the thread, the landmark that is discussed is
Yes,
Bank of
I know.
Baroda.
So actually, you should properly describe this now, and it should go into the podcast because the joke was very, very perfect.
Thanks, Dad. Thank you. In the long arc of jokes, finally you will laugh at what I said initially.
Hey, I only shared it, Ra.
What is the
They-
point? Dad?
What? Like you
made
want
perfect
credit for it or
callback.
what?
No,
You
I
want
don't.
credit?
I said I know it is funny. Is what I'm saying. I'm laughing
Yeah,
at
has-
myself.
We'll put in show notes, shared on WhatsApp group. I need to.
Forwarded
Okay,
as
Nittu,
received.
since you shared the tweet, why don't you only explain?
You
I
explain,
will
yeah.
splice. Tell that, please.
Yeah, but you should
Okay,
read out
alright.
all the Hindi words also, Nitu.
Himmat
full
hai to
version.
physically bol.
No, actually, Chops, I think you were in a good flow. This time I won't interrupt you. Go for it.
Okay, so this is Crick Crazy Johns. He's saying that Ganguly has given out a soundbite saying Rohit didn't want to be the captain, and he said the workload of playing across 3 formats is too much. And then Ganguly really forced his hand and said that either you agree or I'll announce your name anyway. And then Ganguly is happy now that he's leading from the front. And then the guy who he was who started the conversation has apparently deleted his tweet, but something about Ganguly or Rohit not being good. And then Amrit Pradhan, who's the hero of this entire episode, he challenges
The Shakib of the segment.
the Shakib. He challenges Angelo Matthews to meet face to face. हिम्मत है तो फिजिकली मिल और ये सब बोल. And then
हेलमेट है तो फिजिकली मिल और ये सब बोल.
And then there is a location discussed. It goes from New Delhi to Block D Saket, New Delhi, to Bank of Baroda in Block D Saket in New Delhi. And then,
Shakib says he will send representative after. No, Angelo says he's giving power of attorney to one guy.
No, he's saying he's sending entire gang. I think that is what he was trying to say.
Vikku ladke bhejo has happened.
Yeah,
And
correct.
then Amrit Pradhan, Shakib says he doesn't need the other folks. He'll be there alone. And so
First signs of withering.
First signs of
First
withering.
warning given by Illingworth. 30 seconds you have
Yeah.
to get ready.
and then time is also finalized, and Shakib says Angelo can bring Sanath Jayasuriya and Ranatunga also. And then the next episode of... And then there are other people. There are other people who are acting like needle in banana, and they're asking, when have you reached? Where have you reached? That's it. And then finally, there is a video of Shakib reaching Bank of Baroda in Block D in Saket in New Delhi. And Angelo is nowhere to be seen since he has been timed out. And that video has of Shakib shaking his thumb,
4.5 mil.
shaking his thumb at the camera in front of Bank of Baroda has gone absolutely
Look at
viral.
that expression, bro.
While pouting and
It's
this
amazing.
is, by the way, this is like that Google 360-degree view
Yeah.
photo that he's taken. Like that Bank of Baroda, if you go to Google Maps and search, this one will be there.
Yeah.
That
यहाँ पे
Bank of
account नहीं
Baroda
मिलेगा तुमको.
He's like,
branch
मैं
has
पहुंच
been-
गया, you are timed out. That is what is the look.
Correct.
Beautiful.
And then he takes the high road also. I will again say, please don't abuse any of the players. Virat is a legend, so is Rohit. So are Sachin, Saurav, Dravid, Dhoni, and many others I cannot name here. They have
Oh,
to act
man.
in real time and have done a lot for India. Please don't abuse them.
And he ended with Bole, Jashn, 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 Bole.
And then brands have done moment marketing like anything. Explain Amrit Pradhan in football context. There is a Roy Keane photo. Wow.
I
Yeah,
had
baby.
no idea
Love
about
it.
this.
Oh, nice. Premier
Man.
League India.
Okay,
Yeah.
who's going to explain Roy Keane how this fits?
No need.
Continue
That-
Next topic.
That we
Srinath
will
slipper.
edit it
Yeah.
out of the podcast for sure.
It'll be edited out of podcasting universe only. Yeah. Okay, we're back.
But Srinath,
Okay.
Roy Keane contest on the cards.
Roy Keane contest, totally. It is your job. That is what I'll tell Nitu. Not giving you praise for doing your job.
Look at Sandy's resigned expression. He's like, yeah, I was a host on this
I-
podcast when it started.
I
Some
resign.
30
I
minutes.
resign.
No. Sandy thought this
Alan
week
thought-
had
But-
so much of
but-
action. It had
But Sandyji, are you also a grandfather? That's the important part.
No, Alan Donald
will
is
be in the
white
past.
lightning. In for Diwali, Sandy G has done some light whitening to his face. So as you can
Light.
see, he's like shining bright.
I am just worried that we'll be able to cover before Srinath disappears.
But
Come on,
Srinath gets
lads.
timed out.
Intro.
match
Hey,
referee
podcast is
Javagal.
Still
only
in the
timed out.
intro.
Ra. Podcast is timed out.
Match referee Javagal, please give extra time.
Hey, this is justifiably Jajodian. Please don't do all this. Here for needles only.
Come on,
Sandy
lads.
thought this is like a very eventful week, right? Lots of very, very interesting matches happened. We started off with AQI Nagin Derby, and we have landed at Bank of Baroda. It's like,
Last Monday, After which
taking a
another
rocket
episode
to-
of Bits and Pieces has come on Tuesday. We are still covering last Monday. The listeners are like, "Day, you released the episode after this whole thing, Dad. Now why are you going back to 6th
I am
November?"
taking a rocket to the moon. It's a long and tiring journey, and I'm getting very tired. So I'm stopping to have chai at T Nagar before I start. Only like, what is this?
What was that?
Full tank petrol.
Chops, ask the question. Da.
No, I was trying to remember that Sebastian Fellow had put out one podcast, no, on space travel. No.
Me.
No, not you. The funnier
My dad.
Sebastian. The funnier Sebastian.
Today I levitated.
Star Boys.
Hey, that's
Star Boy
not
legendary,
podcast,
bro.
bro.
Oh yeah, that is
but
some
legendary.
YouTube
Good
thing.
reference. Good reference.
Yeah.
All right, Sandy. This is
So
where
can
you
we
take
move
control.
on?
Yeah.
Yeah. Can we move
Don't
on?
ask, can we move on? You only move on. We'll
No,
come with you.
but this is actually perfect metaphor, right? Like,
Yes,
so that
exactly.
whole rule, which apparently exists to prevent time wastage, ended up wasting at least 20 minutes of the
Of
match.
our time.
And
Of
had
our
on the
time. On the ball.
20 minutes, 7 days, bro.
This is cricket, bro. This is cricket.
Yeah.
Legendary sport.
It takes 2 minutes.
You remember the most legendary guys picking up ice cubes from Wankede outfield? Amazing.
What? Oh,
Time
yeah,
wasting,
of
it
course,
seems.
Chops doesn't know. He's just scratching his
Hydration.
No,
face.
I do.
Let's move on. So we had another interesting match in which there was total destruction, and it's actually baffling to see how Australians, after a break or suffering some concussion, come back and score a lot of runs. Head came back and scored a century. Maxwell got a concussion on golf course, and
No, wait, not golf.
After
don't
after
diss him.
concussion, head only recovers, bro. That is the point.
and
But
yeah.
Sandy, don't slander him. He was not playing golf.
Oh,
Yeah,
he
He
was
was just in a
He
hotel.
fell down.
Golf cart.
Fell down
moving
from a
in
golf
buggy,
cart.
Yeah,
He was doing
Golf
footboard travel on golf cart.
correct. Yeah. I
Footboard
think he
travel.
was trying to do that. Shah Rukh Khan, what is it song? Chaya or something on the.
Oh, golf cart.
on golf cart. Okay.
Actually, Maxwell is married to a girl from Tamil Nadu. So it is not Chaya, but Taya, the Tamil version of this.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
What
Yeah, bro.
really?
Is that
It
the-
is a fucking
No, but is that the
great-
only one where the Hindi version is better than the Tamil one?
Oh.
Legit question, though.
Moving on.
Not waiting for Nittu FIFO train.
But
to do Chaya.
yeah. And the third person to recently go back and I think touch the Australia airport and come back was Mitchell Marsh, who again scored a century after coming back. But I'll throw it to you, Tony, because you wrote a beautiful piece on your experience at the stadium. How was it watching Maxwell do what he does?
Was all accidental. I will link piece from show notes because why not?
Of course, that's the whole point of the podcast.
But let me throw trivia at you, back at you, Sandy G. So
Yes.
Glenn Maxwell scored 201 out of Australia's total of 290 plus, ending up with 69% of the total.
Answer is Charles
Nice.
Bannerman.
Nice. Yeah, actually close. So 69% of Australia's runs he scored.
Nice.
But nice, exactly. Who holds a record for scoring the maximum percentage of team total in international cricket history?
I know this answer. It's a trick
Correct.
answer.
That's why I'm throwing it to Sandy G.
I don't know this answer.
I'll throw
Is
it to
this
Srinath
Dhoni?
also. No, it's not. Srinath
Dhoni.
also looks like he doesn't.
I will tell you, I'll
So-
give clue for people. Okay, I will not
Ah.
give the answer. This match was also the debut of someone whom we spoke about a lot last week on the podcast.
This won't help anyone. But
Tony's like, for this, these guys need to listen.
Who is associated with the Afghanistan team?
Oh, Ajay Jadeja.
Trotty lad, Jadeja.
Okay, so it happened in the 92 World Cup. Let us give further clues. Where the famous man of the series was Rain. Okay, now this is further clue.
Oh.
So Jadeja scored all runs in 5 for no loss, something like this.
Correct. Except it was not Jadeja, it was
Kapil Dev.
Srikanth Sripath, Chris Srikanth, who scored 1 run before the entire
match was rained out.
This was
the record, guys.
Albury, India versus
Mackay,
bro.
which has never hosted
Almanac
a cricket
reading
match.
This won't be edited out. To let our listeners know that chops also can be.
Let us also note, Mackay, that venue, basically hosted 1 ball or whatever, how many ever balls were bowled that day of cricket, and that's it. It has never hosted an international game before or since. No.
Wow. But why was it hosting?
It was timed out. Why was it hosting?
Was the Dharamshala of 92 da?
In that World Cup, they hosted games in all sorts of strange venues. There was a place called the Pukekura Oval, hat tip to the Heads and Tails podcast. Where,
at New Plymouth.
New Plymouth.
No, but Pukekura has put more matches also.
Maybe. But that is really a park. It is not a stadium. And the stands were basically, like terraced farms. You've seen terraced farms, right? That famous photo, like steps. So people are actually sitting on the steps.
That is Mohan K's NRR team. Not terrace. Mario Brothers. Love this.
Basically, Australia and New Zealand governments wanted to take cricket to far off parts of the country. So all of
where
them
only sheep live.
So they did not release any tickets, but enough about.
Yeah. So that's how all of these random venues got a match.
Yeah, Santi, more trivia for you.
I
I'm taking over. You wait for a second. What is the highest score in this ODI World Cup so far?
Individual or team?
Team total.
New Zealand, bro.
How much there?
411, no? Something like this.
Oh, really?
No. India made
scored 401 against.
This is the highest total. Today was the highest.
Today?
So say it with pride. Why you?
Say it with pride. Unless it's come on, lads.
Don't be woke.
Sandy, say
pride.
Yeah, India.
How
but
much?
410 to 10.
410. Okay.
Yeah.
So in this was a crazy innings where every Indian batter who got out basically scored a 50.
Had to change that because Sky then came and ruined everything by not scoring a 50.
Got out.
So basically, out of 410, Rohit has scored 61, Shubman has scored 51, Kohli 51, Shreyas 128, Rahul 102, and so on and so forth. Out of these, which batter in the Indian batting lineup had the highest strike rate?
Sky only, no?
I only.
Yes. Can Knittins smile? Yeah. So Sky scored 2 runs of 1 ball, and deflating for Srikanth has taken away the record by
what is the point of these questions?
Wait, let me ask next question. And then India, for the first time, took a match to 97.5 overs. I don't think this has happened before, unless when did Kohli do infantile things? Maybe New Zealand also would have lasted.
Yeah.
Probably. But anyway, when they're bowling, I think this is the longest they've taken to bowl out an opposition second. So out of today, do you know how many bowlers were used?
9.
9 bowlers were used. Yeah. So the bowlers who didn't, players who didn't bowl were KL Rahul and
Rohit bowled.
Shreyas Iyer.
Rohit bowled.
Okay. So out of these 9 bowlers, who has the famously, Mohammad Shami has the best strike rate of all players in the World Cups or something like that. Who has the highest strike rate for India in this match?
So Rohit, no. Rohit
didn't even take a wicket.
Kohli.
I didn't see the last one.
Okay, God. Okay, Sandy ji, you take over.
Quickly take over.
Please tell me whether I should discuss Maxwell or not. No need.
Discuss that. We'll splice it here.
No. I'm just kidding. But But what a carnage. And he played one of the most beautiful innings that we can see. People are comparing it to Kapil Dev's 175. Your opinion, I'll start with Chops this time, please.
Dude, no, one second. First of all, how can anyone compare it to Kapil Dev when famously
Nobody
no one's
watched.
seen that innings?
Yeah.
So we'll throw it to
We have seen in 83 movie, na? That was Ranveer Singh played really well.
What else we here for?
Exactly. Chops is
Yes,
like, if you're
Chops.
only here to talk about
No,
match
I
players.
don't. I mean, I think it was one of the best ODI innings of all time because of his physical situation and the team total at that time. But I don't know if you can compare it to Kapil's innings because the
PV में नहीं था.
team situation was also bad at that time, and the bowling, I would say, was definitely better from Zimbabwe in that match compared to what Afghanistan were reduced to. But I mean, it's just random, comparison. Honestly, you don't really have anything to go by as far as Kapil's innings is concerned, except what has been written about it. So, fine if that's what people want to say. If it was better than Kapil's innings, it's fine.
No, definitely it will gain momentum if Australia go and win the World Cup, because they have still not won. But Srinath, we can see that you don't agree. Please say something before you log off.
Tony destroys everything. I don't know where the comparison is even coming from, man. Like, it's Kapil's thing was in the first innings, no? It was also a must-win game, sure, but Maxwell's, like, the whole physical thing is a big differentiator from anything else. The guy couldn't walk. There's that video with Undertaker music that ICC put out. I think that sums up the innings better than Kapil Dev. We don't even have footage anyway. So that there itself, Maxwell wins for me. No Instagram reels. Music. So Kapil Dev loses.
So he was on the ground. He was running for a run and he fell on the ground and started, shivering. And I could remember, do you guys remember Mark Richardson had come to India and Kumble was bowling to him, and he tried to sweep and got a cramp, and then he shouted, "Ah!"
Yeah, there's that clip. Yeah.
That's a very good imitation of Tendulkar, actually.
No, it's a good imitation of Tendulkar imitating Mark Richardson.
Cramp ka grip nikal ke.
So basically
take
the thing,
to
Sandy G, is that when Glenn Maxwell was cramping up, basically Pat Cummins came and said, if you can't handle this, we will replace you with a New South Wales fellow. What is it, Chops? Victorian. What is Dean Jones?
A real Victorian.
But Maxwell is also Victorian, so yeah, New South Wales does it.
Okay, New South Wales. Okay.
Flip over. I take severe exception to Chops randomly throwing Zimbabwe attack or rather Afghanistan attack under the bus randomly. Yeah.
No, so okay. So just to bring it back to like serious stuff, I actually ended up at the stadium. Ended up meaning I had to book tickets and went to play this.
Not like
not like
you took some
water.
Anyway, so we went for the second innings because Afghan had put on a good score, and I booked the tickets when just their second wicket had fallen at 123 or something. So
roughly
I was hoping
when
Book
My Show opened sales for the match.
Yeah, surprisingly, this is the only match out of the 5 that I'm gonna end up watching, 4 that I'm gonna end up watching, where I could book a ticket directly, right? And it was open on Book My Show, and I just booked it and went and picked up. Fairly smooth. Again, like if you're considering watching a match, no, now there's no chance. Forget it. But it was quite nice, right? So we were basically hoping for an Afghanistan win, right? And it was like, Afghan spin will come to the party and all that. Surprisingly, first 5 Australian wickets fell to pace or runouts, right? So 4 pacers and then there was a runout. But interestingly, Maxwell's first ball that he faced was 8.3, right? Yeah, and this was Asmat after dismissing David Warner and then Josh English the first ball. I bowled an absolute beauty to Maxwell, right? And they even reviewed it, I think.
It was middle of the bat. Yeah.
it was an like strange sort of thing where it went off the bat but didn't carry to the keeper, and like they thought it went off the pad, and if it was pad, it was clearly out. If it was bat, it should have gone and carried to the keeper. It was just one of those days where Maxwell got like 7 different lives or something like that, because there was another sort of thing that he skied where Rashid and someone else from mid-off couldn't catch, and then he like spooned one straight to Mujib at short fine leg or something like that. And so he was right in front of us because we had a straight view and all that. It seemed like Mujib was like already through with the catch. He was thinking how to celebrate and all, and suddenly he dropped it, right? Till that point, I don't think like there was anything that was happening that was going Australia's way. After that, and I think
even I think there was a review, LBW review, which clearly looked out. I don't know how that ball was missing the stump.
So here's the thing.
Maxwell started walking also.
Yeah, Maxwell started walking, but what they didn't show you on TV was Zampa was actually like 5
in
steps
the ground.
Down
Zampa desperately wanted Gaji. Zampa desperately wanted Gaji that day. He came out to bat like 4 times and then had to go back.
Yeah. Zampa was just completing his steps.
So by the time Maxwell started playing, right, Stoinis had actually realized like there's no point to this. I will sweep, reverse sweep and all, and given his wicket away. There was like, I forget what the win predictor said. There was literally like 0.001 chance of Australia pulling out anything from there. And from that point, basically, this thing changed, which is why I think it is one of the more impressive innings of all time. All credit to Pat Cummins though, because he flat batted some 70 odd balls, and more than Afghanistan bowling, right? Their field placement was horrible, and you could see this while you were in the stadium. I mean, you can see it on TV also. But just the fact that for when Pat Cummins was batting, you had 4 or 5 fielders on the boundary at all points in time, which was like ridiculous. He was taking singles without stressing, even when Maxwell was not injured. And even after that, when Maxwell couldn't walk, when he was resurrected, they were taking singles as the last ball, man. And one of them where someone was at, I believe, long on, and then Maxwell hit it there, and this guy was talking to someone behind the boundary or some nonsense like that. So it was like complete amateur hour, and I think Afghanistan's lack of first-class experience or experience beyond T20 really showed up in that game. So yeah, I mean, I don't think it's ever replicable. Even if you did the same simulation like 100 times, I don't think you would get an Australian win. Maybe if you replicated it 1,000 times, you'd probably have Australia winning it twice. That's about, I mean, from a probability standpoint.
This is what Hank sir should be putting chart about, not some India semi-final nonsense.
Yeah, but yeah, amazing when he pulled it off. And literally most of Wankhede was behind Afghanistan. We were trying to get them to 8, 9, 10 wickets. But then when Maxwell fell down, we really thought that this was over, right? And everyone was clapping so that he can go back because he already scored 100 plus runs.
As did Adam Zampa, who came to the ground.
Yeah. Who
Did
was
people
at the boundary line. Yeah.
Did people start leaving, Tony? Because the England-South Africa game, so many had left, right?
When 7 wickets fell, lots of people left, especially like the few Australia hardcore fans that were there, right? Lots of people left, but I think there was still enough of a crowd, it being Wankhede and all of that. And like
also because the underdog was going to win. I think people who came would have come hoping to see Afghanistan win the game, right?
Yeah, so, correct. Yeah.
Except for the diehards, I guess the rest would have stayed on.
Interesting thing, we have had some people running into the swimming pool steps, some people having a golf cart accident, and Stoinis in an interview said boys are just being boys and sometimes we need mothers touring with the team. So basically he's suggesting that WAGs we should have an inverted W. So MAGs, mothers and guardians of cricketers, should be touring with the team.
Wow. Wait, he actually said this?
Yeah. He said
he wants his mom to travel.
Yeah. He said sometimes we need mothers to be touring with the team to take care.
Nice.
So yes, so I'm moving to the next topic. I think
no reaction.
Yeah. But I think one of the greatest cricketers that has played the game, has recently retired, and there
Enough
is a
about
lot
Shakib.
to discuss. No, I'm not talking about Willie. We have a lot to discuss about her, which is Meg Lanning,
Will she?
and she has been a great, performer, great captain. So thoughts, Nitin, Chops, Srinath, anyone, or Tony?
Sorry, I actually don't follow women's cricket. I have no clue. I have nothing to say. I know I've seen her name quite a bit, and she's a solid player.
Okay,
So,
just to start off, I think she has
So
been.
the segue here is what Afghanistan should have done against Glenn Maxwell is leg manning, and who we are talking about next is Meg Lanning. Okay, this is my key input for the segment.
Very
Well
good,
played,
Tony.
Ra.
Amazing.
homework done.
Well played.
Tony is editing the pod while recording it only.
But she has some wonderful achievements. I think as a captain, she has played to 76. She has won 76 out of 100 T20s. She has 4 T20 World Cup titles. In ODIs, as a captain, she has lost just 8 out of some 78 matches that she has played. And there was a time, I think, from 2018 to 21, where they won 26 consecutive games, and 24 of them, Meg Lanning was captaining. So, I mean, hats off to her. What a great career she has had. I think Australia will miss her a lot. And she's not very old. I think she's in her early 30s, but she's taken a decision to retire. And I think Australia will miss her a lot.
I think the amazing thing about her, obviously, like extreme consistency at one point, like Bradman-esque batting stats and everything. But for a team that's never not dominated, she was appointed captain at, I think, 21, which is insane when you have like so many senior players and you keep winning all the time. It's great credit to anybody to, get that job and continue doing, continue winning for whatever, almost the whole decade. And also coincided with the WBBL era and women's cricket going like next level professional in Australia. I think to continue dominating as you keep winning every single World Cup and not losing it, you're seeing same coach Matthew Mott bottle it with the English team, who thought they were in for an era of domination. It's not a joke, because you take these things for granted over a period of time, and 2 generations in, they continue to keep winning and keep dominating. And her batting's never gone down. To your point about like they only lost 8 ODIs in a whole decade, her batting's always like shown. And probably the only game I remember her not doing something when it was important is the semi-final against India. Julan's magic getting rid of her, but that's literally the only one that you can think of when she's not done it.
Yeah, I think the point about being a captain at a young age and doing so well is definitely top of my mind too. The other thing is that I mean, as a batter, she felt like she was one of the most technically accomplished batters that women's cricket has ever seen. Like some of the shot making, you really felt that she was right up there, and you didn't even need to consider this is a different game and this is being played by a different gender, etc. She was just right up there in the quality of the shot making and the quality of the dominance of any attack that came in front of her. And I think as a captain, she did a wonderful job for Australia. And I remember when we had Mel Ferrell on the pod, I had asked her about Lanning and how she was probably the epitome of Australianness in women's cricket. And you kind of love to hate her like you did for Ponting at one point in time. She was just so bloody minded, never giving up, never taking her foot off the opposition's neck. And she did go for a mental health break or two, and now she's taken the decision to retire. I just hope we can continue to see her in WBBL and WPL as well. When she had come to India last year for WPL, or this year, I don't remember when was it. That one clip of her giving out advice to the RCB captain, who was, as always, not scoring runs, whether it's men or women. That one clip of her giving advice to her near the boundary line was quite nice to see. So yeah, I mean, great career, and kudos to her for what she has achieved.
Faf du Plessis scored a lot of runs, Ra.
I think not winning is important. Meg Lanning versus RCB is the greatest contrast you can think of. A winning machine versus a chanting machine, basically.
She plays for Delhi, right? In WPL.
Yeah. Delhi.
Yeah. Nice. Okay, so finally we come to today's match. And
yeah, so Sandyji, speaking of winning streaks, do you know
another trivia.
How many? What is India's greatest winning streak in ODIs?
This ODIs. Oh, I thought
Yeah.
World Cups.
21 games chasing, this kind of thing.
Oh, like that. Okay, okay.
No,
then
no,
World
no.
Cups.
I mean,
it was 9. It was 9 on the bounce.
They won the 2 games before this, no, coming into the World Cup.
That's what.
Oh, they lost.
Key
the
thing
last
is that
game.
they lost to Australia in that last game.
Oh,
But
okay.
of all the matches they've played in 2023, of which there have been 30 ODIs, how many do you think they've lost?
6 or something. 7.
Remember, this includes like tours to West Indies where random people like Sanju Samson and all were playing. So,
how to get this into the pod? Well played.
I think it's
5 losses.
Optimization that
8 losses. I think 8 losses maybe.
Okay, 8. Netto went. Chops, how many do you think India have lost?
I would say 5 probably.
5 out of 30. Wow. Okay, Sandy.
I would
Probably
say
even lesser.
6.
6. Okay, Netto's gone. Are you there?
Nittu said he said 7.
I'm back. It's about 6
Ah.
or 7. 7.
Okay. Chops is right. It's 5. 5 we've
Oh.
lost. One was to Australia in that series just before the World Cup. Another, the only loss in the Asia Cup came against
Bangladesh.
Bangladesh. After we had already made the final and like random people played. But practically just 5 ODIs lost in the entire freaking year out of 30 matches played. Right? So that's how this team is going. Yeah. Back to you, Sandy ji.
So I'm just asking, we've discussed a lot about our batting, bowling. But do you guys think Siraj needs to be hiding in the field when he's not bowling? Because he's dropping catches every match.
Going straight for his throat.
Yeah. He
Got
got
substituted by Ashna.
I think this is as close to a perfect performance as you can expect from any team across sports, right? So, and when they finally lose to New Zealand in one day, like we'll change all this. But it's
they fielded very poorly today. Like there were a lot of misfields. They dropped.
I didn't watch the match. So.
Like Rohit Sharma and all gave away 4s.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
Definitely felt the intensity was probably not 100% today. And that's okay.
Which Indian city? Bangalore. Oh, intensity.
Yeah, but I expect they'll be fully switched on for the semi-final. So when they make mistakes in the semi-final, it'll be just because of the pressure, not because they're taking things lightly.
Boss, only thing to avoid is 20-minute madness. Hopefully not some bolt under lights scene. Just everything else, all other scenarios are accounted for and will be sorted.
So good segue into the next section is, firstly, before we move on to the semi-finalists and what will be the results, what is, out of the teams that are leaving, what is one standout performance or one performance by a team that you think was really something that you would remember this World Cup by, apart from the 4 teams that have gone into semi-final, of course.
Like
So
individual performance.
Yeah, yeah.
Hard to look beyond Afghanistan chalking up 4 wins. To be honest.
No, hard to look
performance.
beyond England actually.
England.
Come on, lads.
Yeah.
Warner carrying Australia. Kohli carrying British Airways carrying England.
But England are now into Champions
Ambulance
Trophy.
carrying New Zealand team. Let us put it out there.
England have qualified finally for the Champions Trophy, and I think
another
Netherlands
tournament to get.
So who didn't qualify? Netherlands and who was the ninth?
Sri Lanka, I think. Yeah.
Sri Lanka will qualify as hosts.
No. Pakistan is the host.
No,
That's the joke. That's the joke.
Along with UAE.
Sorry.
You all know where this is going, right? The Champions Trophy is going to happen in Dubai.
Visit Dubai.com.
We will be there wearing ultimate frisbee jerseys.
No, I think Afghanistan 4 wins is hard to look past for me. It was amazing. Really
Absolutely.
cool. And the first time it happened, I thought, okay, England have Englanded or whatever. But they played like an accomplished side, except for that Glenn Maxwell madness. They should have won that match. And probably they had a shot at semis as well, directly, right? Because they would have ended up on 10 and then played South Africa.
I thought
Very close.
their earlier match with Bangladesh also they should have won. Bangladesh and
who loses to
everyone.
Bangladesh?
Yeah, everyone has been winning against Bangladesh.
Sri Lanka. And England. Who else lost to Netherlands? Something.
But yes, and I think Netherlands also initial part of the World Cup they were playing really well. They South
Great
Africa.
story, man. I mean,
So in hindsight, Afghanistan, even if they had beaten Australia, would not have made the semis because they would have finished on 10 points and their net run rate was going to be far below New Zealand's. Australia would have still ended up with 12 points.
No, if they
Then
bowled them
Shakib would
out
have
for
played.
like 120 or something, then would have, I mean,
Even then,
basically
New Zealand, New Zealand is like miles ahead.
Yeah,
It's like an entire
discussing-
point ahead. Yeah.
discussing NRR in hindsight.
It
is
shows
like the
it shows
worst.
Nitin hasn't heard the last episode because Sammo
Yeah, I was
did
in
an
it,
entire
Raj.
section. Sammo
No, but
did an entire
basically-
section on
Discussing NRR
But
scenarios.
you are right. I wasn't
post-resulting
listening
is
to what
like-
he was saying. I was on that episode.
Discussing NRR scenarios post results is like discussing body odor after sex. There's no point. Like it's okay. Like something.
wow.
Oh,
Sounds
let
like
us say
a
Nitto
reference
reaction.
to Nitin at
Something that has
Vankide
happened.
reference.
What?
Okay, anyway.
but predictions
No, but
for
they were very close. I mean, New Zealand had lost 4 on the bounce at that point in time.
They were very close, which is why body odor is an issue. Yeah.
But if Afghanistan had won against Australia, Shakib would have played and timed out Mitchell Marsh in the next game. That is the
Correct.
counterfactual.
Success is 99% perspiration and 1% DO. Like that, anyway.
Basically,
No,
folk
but
children.
see, I mean, you would expect like a team like Sri Lanka after losing that match to Bangladesh to probably put in
Wither
an
away.
inspired performance
Oh.
against New Zealand, right? Like no point discussing all this now, obviously. But anyway, like they also had Champions Trophy qualifying up for grabs and all. But Sri Lanka have like
They had their
Literally
board's
been like
existence
early
on the
stage
line.
England.
What Champions Trophy? Sri Lankan cricket board has been dissolved. Like they put it in water and just stirred it nicely, and now SLC is gone.
Oh,
that
it
does-
is like if you're not, I mean, basically they are a part of the solution because they've been dissolved. They're not part of the problem. Okay.
Now they're
And-
not a part of the problem.
and ICC has suspended their
It
membership.
all makes sense now. Yeah.
Correct.
ICC has also suspended their membership.
No,
So-
that and all membership suspension is like a random thing. Once they get their house in order, on the surface of it, it'll all come back. It's
This
random.
sounds
Yeah.
like chemistry, by the way. We're talking
Political-
about solution, suspension, surface. You suspend it into the solution, and now you're part of the
Don't-
problem.
Choppy waiting for emulsion so he can do Asian Paints plug also.
Thankfully, precipitation didn't throw New Zealand out of the tournament because rain stayed away in Bangalore.
Yeah,
So-
no,
But
but
what has to happen, Choppy? Like Arjuna Ranatunka has to paint tricolor on his flag and come tricolor.
Tricolor.
Like Arun Dhumal after visiting Pakistan dress.
No, they
So
just
what
have
has
to
happened? What is happened?
So right now
Outperformed.
the board has been taken over by a committee that has been constituted by the government,
Ranjit Fernando has to be.
by the by the sports minister, and that committee has to go away, and like elected board officials have to come
It
back.
has to be Dilheri Fernando now.
Dilheri. Yeah. The other team which I mean, of course, did amazingly well was I think Netherlands, because I mean, unlike Afghanistan, they don't even have
That's
regular...
why you're wearing orange. Okay.
Yeah, that's why. They don't even have regular ODIs to sort of practice their game, and
so like all the other teams basically. Yeah.
Played against KSC 11 featuring Manish Pandey for practice.
Yeah.
And lost, I think.
Yeah,
also.
lost.
Because full members won't play them. That's why.
Yeah.
And then some Zomato guys started bowling fast at them in the nets.
Swiggy
guys.
Fast
Orange
deliveries.
guys.
Yeah.
But yeah. Well played,
So I
man.
think and the good thing was they had a template as to how they are going to win. Like while batting, they are going to do that middling 250 to 60 kind of score, and while bowling, they'll have these cutter and slower ball kind of bowlers who will just like kill the chase in the middle overs, and fielding would be amazing, and it would be a real chokehold, as to how they would go about their win. So yeah, I mean, huge credit to them. I hope they get a lot more of actual real cricket to, and I mean, goes true. It's true for so many other teams which can perhaps reach this level.
England, for instance, yeah.
And this is a nice segue for Tony to say, "Come fight this."
Netherlands run by Cook, Afghanistan run by Trott, England winning all the way. This is the story of the World Cup.
Superb.
Peak format, which can only be improved once India lose to New Zealand at Wankhede by the introduction of qualifiers and eliminators after all teams play each other, like IPL. This is happening. Wait for it. Just stand by a rod for India to lose to New Zealand.
Next World Cup.
No,
right?
but just one second, Srinath. What were you saying, Abhi, just now about Netherlands? Who were they coached by?
Netherlands run by Cook, Afghanistan run by Trott. Netherlands Ryan Cook, not Alistair Cook,
not Thomas Cook.
Hey, isn't it Ryan Campbell?
No. Ryan Campbell left off. He's now coach of
that
Durham.
Was, I think, Athers said that
not Ryan Cook. He's the brother
Stephen
of
Cook.
the South
Stephen
African
Cook,
guy.
no?
Stephen Cook's brother.
The Netherlands cricket coach result
Stephen Cook's brother is Russell Tiffin. No?
Gorillas are assembling on the side.
Attempting to enter the mist.
Russell Tiffin.
No, man.
Wait.
Okay.
Oh, man.
Netherlands cricket coach, if you Google, Google's response is Ryan Campbell.
Ryan Cook.
Cook.
ODI.
Ryan Cook is a figment of everybody's imagination.
No. Nitin, add ODI to your search.
Oh, okay, Ryan Cook.
Come on, Ra.
Google dance is happening there.
I don't know what
but I
will
think
go into the
Athers had
episode.
called out, no? Like the most successful English player in this World Cup has been Jonathan Trott.
Jonathan.
Yeah. But
legend.
need to peak BNP jinx, because after you basically pimped up Ajay Jadeja in the Afghan dressing room, it's literally like the kind of you had one job, right? Basically, like when you've got your opposition 7 down, like come in and give some cool to the team. Exactly.
Mentor is not allowed into the ground, by the way. Interesting anecdote.
Really? Okay. Can he send Ashna with drinks? Is that allowed?
Jonathan Trott. Yeah. But did you notice that Jadeja was like one of the people distracting Manas during his innings?
What?
Very Labushka repeatedly
what was the sound effect?
You know what happened just now?
What was the sound effect?
Jadeja was sitting there and wearing a red maroon t-shirt.
Wait.
Read this one.
I think we will not be able to complete this episode. I think we'll be showing this only.
No, wait.
Nitin sound effect.
I just want to do that.
What
to do that for the rest of my life.
So
What
I think
happened?
your internet kind of crashed in the middle, and
Oh.
we could
But it
hear
was
your
I
beautiful.
did-
Huh?
Beautiful.
I didn't
Yeah,
hear
It's
anything.
beautiful.
Yeah.
Manas,
Oh
Manas,
shit!
beautiful.
It won't even be in the recording because Nitu is recording locally. Damn it!
Man, that is
What do we
amazing.
say? Manas slotting. What?
Okay. No, so during his innings, Labuskagne was repeatedly getting distracted by some movement.
Poor man's
Labuskagne.
Hello,
Harsha Vogle
Harsha.
is here.
Harsha.
I've been called that many times.
Engelbrecht.
Engelbrecht from the Highveld.
Sorry, poor AQI in Mumbai.
Wait,
Engelbrecht.
this is because last week I was on the episode with Hank. Hank will say something, then he will correct himself. He'll say Labushe, and then he'll say sorry, Labuskagne, and then he'll continue. What
Okay,
and all you have to remove in the editor.
But say no. Say what happened?
Manas Labuschagne, during his innings, was getting distracted by movement behind the side screen.
Oh
And
yeah,
he-
correct.
yeah.
This happened. Yeah.
So then the camera zoomed in to see what was happening there. Ajay Jadeja was in the players area with 2-3 other guys, and he was also looking like, what the hell? Why is this guy getting distracted again and again? And then,
Couldn't see this in stadium.
yeah, apparently he also danced after Labuschagne got out, and that was caught on camera. I didn't watch this, but I read about it
Nice.
somewhere. Yeah, but there ended the there began the BNP jigs.
BNP jigs, yeah.
Afghanistan didn't put 1 foot right after that. Neither did Maxwell, but he didn't need his feet. So
I mean,
Two hands
Kohli
and a
also
will.
didn't, but he still took a wicket. So
sorry, what?
Kohli.
Kohli
Kohli,
also didn't put
Kohli.
a foot right.
Wrong.
Wrong-footed in
Swinging.
swinging menace.
Menace. Down
So,
to like
so guys, predictions for the final
Yes.
and who would win the final?
Love it.
Sandy G, we'll
Love it.
tell you after next Sunday.
No. That's my
spirit
job.
of-
That's my job.
I think
In-
India Australia final, India to win.
Oh,
India,
This is the
Australia
prediction
final.
of the group.
Yeah,
Say
India,
that.
Australia final with, but I want to see Narendra Modi
Meg
and
Lanning.
Albus Dumbledore. What is his name? Albo Mobile. I want that again in Ahmedabad. That'll be fun.
No, the best thing to happen would be that as maybe Kohli is hitting the winning runs, they will move away from that visual and come.
Oh, flag wave.
Come on, man.
My
Last
God.
last moment of this World Cup should be Shami getting 5-4. Now show flag.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Chami and
Last
Siraj
moment
fighter.
of this podcast is guaranteed.
PGK already predicted this.
Nice.
PGK
Oh, so yeah,
predicted Ashna being carried by
before
Kuldeep.
Srinath says New Zealand South Africa final, let me just say
No, da.
India Australia final, whoever bats first will win the World Cup.
This is on you to manifest.
Now that Tony has said it,
going.
No, now that Tony has said it, we know India will chase and win the final. of the World Cup.
I've left gap there, slight gap for India to go through. But Srinath said,
No, same as Choppy. Even though I dream of Rachin Ravindra, twin hundreds, and new Yuvraj Singh winning man of the series. No, that's not gonna happen.
Yuvraj.
Yuvraj Singh.
Actually, interesting anecdote. There is his name is a portmanteau of new.
Oh God.
The look of an editor.
Sandy Ji.
I think South Africa, if they bat first against Australia, they'll win, and it will be an India-South Africa final, which India will win, hopefully.
At the Eden Gardens. Oh, okay.
Endless loop of Harsha saying Engelbrecht in that final.
he's Dutch there. Why is he saying
South African, bro.
South
He played for
Africa,
South
no.
Africa in the Under-19 World Cup.
oh like that? Okay, just
It's the
because
little things, Tony.
It's the little things. Come on.
unless of course he plays for South Africa.
Are all Africans same to you?
As my
Only-
dear
only
friend
Bangladeshis
Mpumalelo
and
Bangwa would say.
Pakistanis.
Yeah. Anything else you guys want to discuss?
We've just started the podcast.
We
What
are
is happening?
scratching the surface and
I'm
putting
saying-
solutions.
I'm saying, Tony, this is the shortest episode. I think 10 minutes you will get useful from this episode. When
No,
you-
let's
You'll be
continue.
surprised.
Okay.
No,
let's
only
go,
10
let's go
will
around
be
the-
edited out. Only 10 will be
Let's
edited
go
out.
ahead. Correct. That is correct. I am lazy. I'm not gonna edit it. But let's go around the table. No, let's review each team's performance.
Ayyo.
What?
We have only
Continued.
In terms of
Part 2, please continue.
how they played
Go
out,
around
right?
the table.
versus original prediction. Srinath famously predicted India versus New Zealand semi-final with Tony watching it, which has been manifested and
Beautiful.
is happening thanks to
What is
Vipul
happening?
and Book My Show. I'm going to the Wankhede semi-finals. But New Zealand yet again losing to top 4 teams and beating bottom 5 teams.
Name,
same as
Macha,
last year.
if you want
Only
to say
until they
that,
get
you
to the
say that.
semis, Ra.
You want to say that, you say that. Don't
Touching.
pretend to go around the
Touching,
table
yeah.
and all.
Yeah.
Five people-
Yeah.
5 people
The-
review 10 teams.
There
It seems
has to
He
be a
wants to-
banana around the needle. Chops. This is
He wants to go around the
important.
table only for bashing New Zealand.
Correct.
Banana around needle is the perfect reference for this.
So anyway,
Hey, banana
England-
around needle is also banned, which is Bangladesh, by the way.
Bangladesh
Sandiji,
around
when is
Shakib.
closing remarks?
No. This is Banana Needle podcast only, definitely. Someone commented on this
Oh
one
my
of the
God.
episodes. BNP's
Oh,
Banana.
really?
Yeah,
Yeah.
No.
banana needle part.
only on one of the episodes, that is the problem. Should have been all of them.
But that is the thing, Choppy. If you listen to one episode, you've listened to all 97. The Monty Panesar of podcasts.
Yeah, Tony, please go on.
Now what to say? You can see this in any episode of Bits and Pieces. Me slagging of New Zealand has happened already. Even if they make semi-finals.
Yeah, so
Even if
these,
they win.
so
the
what are the
World Cup.
boxes? What are the boxes to be ticked for a BNP episode? That is what we should discuss.
Oh,
One mention of Sanju Samson.
correct.
That has been
Happened.
done.
And
That is
Total
happened.
slagging of New Zealand.
Today we did
Ashwin-
KL
Ashwin
Rahul.
comedy has
KL
happened.
Rahul we haven't discussed.
Rahul has actually graduated out
Person
of
putting
BNP.
original reference not getting joke when it is
Yeah.
called back. Usually
And-
Nitin.
And someone trying to say the correct answer is wrong. That has also happened.
No, Ashwin mention has also happened. I wanted to say one thing, right? Sandy
Srinath's
mentioned
Reaper
KL.
getting timed out. This also will happen.
Nitin
Ryan
saying,
Cook
I want
came-
to say one thing like an ominous spammo. 5 minutes to go.
Ominous Pamo,
I have just one anecdote to say.
which I shall book
Interesting.
Yeah,
Interesting anecdote.
Yeah,
Which I
Not
Nitin-
just any anecdote.
Nitin actually stopped him in the last episode saying that the first thing you said anecdote, that wasn't even an anecdote. You
That
were
was
saying
PGK. But yeah.
That is,
Oh,
but
PGK, yeah.
okay. This is also BNP.
So I had a dilemma while editing that episode because that first anecdote I edited out. But this comment from PGK was so funny and that I wanted to keep that. For people who hear that will be that where was the anecdote?
I
Which
heard
means
that
the
and-
people listening become just like the panelists. They are also wondering where is the anecdote.
I heard that and I thought
Like
that I missed something.
cricket editors during
Exactly.
highlights, they
I had
edit out
already cut that
the
entire
Anek
rubbish.
dot balls. That
I had
only.
cut out
Egg
that
dot,
entire
anek
rubbish.
dot.
He said anecdote, but his anecdote was Pakistan came to Chennai, they had sweets and everything, they enjoyed the local food and they went. Like, that is not an anecdote. That is like a comment. That's like a fact.
But
What-
Nitin,
Now
coming back
moved
to
into
what you
WhatsApp
wanted
group
to
chat.
share, you
what
said
I
one
wanted
thing.
to say, we mentioned Sanju Samson, Ashwin, New Zealand, and KL Rahul. I just wanted to say KL Rahul has actually graduated
Yeah.
out of this
Correct.
podcast now. He's passed
Correct,
our
correct.
jibes.
Yeah.
If we are NCA,
Yes.
we have basically repaired KL Rahul and sent him out successfully. So we can take credit for this. All
This
these
is why
others,
Varun
unfortunately,
Murali
have
doesn't
said
attend the pod anymore. He's not needed here.
But
Oh my God.
I think one point is, apart from England, another shocking performance has been from Pakistan and especially from their bowlers. They have not come to the ground, as some people say, but they have not.
They also got timed out.
Yeah, they did not. I mean, they did not get any swing. Their spinners were ineffective. I think batting.
More hundreds from bowlers than batters.
Yes, I think Harris
highest
Rauf,
scorer for Pakistan. Harris Rauf.
I don't know.
With 500 runs
Yeah.
conceded.
500 something, yeah.
He has more runs than Kohli or fewer runs.
So Kohli's gone
Different
past
questions.
Quinton de Kock, right?
Yeah. Kohli is now the highest scorer. But
wow.
Harris Rauf has gone past him. And I think they brought Fakhar Zaman too late into the tournament. I don't know.
Say his name again. Say it.
They did not have their strategy right. So Pakistan was another disappointment. I think we thought that Pakistan would do well in this tournament.
Oh, nobody picked them in the semis. Our
but
random predictions, which we usually get wrong, we got this one right. Except for Zainab, I think she wanted Pakistan in the semis. Of course,
I think Bissy was starting with Pakistan. Bissy started with Pakistan, I think.
Oh, we will draw
No,
him next
Pakistan
time
has
he's on the
generally been
pod.
disappointing. I think in the top 10 also they don't have anyone, right? There's a run scorer. I think their highest scorer was Rizwan, probably. Who scored 395 actually. Not bad, but still like way below.
Only sometimes scoring, sometimes acting.
Sometimes acting, yeah.
So Rizwan has scored
He got
395
out
just above Ibrahim
against
Adran, who scored 376.
Rizwan in the last match again got out and fell down with a cramp.
Guess, right? Okay, guess how much Samara Vikramasinghe has?
Vowels or runs?
Mentions by Wakar.
373 runs. When did Samara Vikramasinghe score 373?
Most of them came against Pakistan in that one game.
One game.
Kusal Mendes, boss, scored like he played the proper Sanju Samson World Cup. You didn't miss Sanju Samson at all at this World Cup. Scored like fuckloads of runs in the first two games and then nothing.
Thanks.
Wicketkeeper also.
Put some theme music, man. In Tony's mind, also the captain. Makes sense.
Not even bothering to comment on this because straight going to bin in edit.
This was the Jayadrat comment.
Oh my god.
No, but Rizwan in the last game also stepped out of the pitch, got stumped, and then fell down with a cramp, right?
No, got bowled, I think.
He was bowled by Moeen Ali. Got
bowled, okay. But he fell down. He came down the track, missed the ball, fell down. He is unfit. He has issues with his hamstring. It is not acting. And he is concealing it because otherwise he'll get dropped. If he tells he has a dodgy hamstring, they'll kick him out.
See, they've dropped him in
while we speak about Pakistan, and one of the prevalent comments was, if your like bowlers are not taking wickets, how do you expect to win? We figured that Pakistan's top run getter is at number 12 or 13 in the list. How high is Pakistan's top wicket getter in the wicket getter list?
Shaheen, right?
How many? What position?
Third or fourth?
It's third.
Yeah,
so I don't know. Like he's got more wickets than Bumrah.
Yeah, but Shaheen didn't get enough wickets, any wickets in fact, with the new ball. And kept getting junk wickets often in the end, but some good wickets.
All late wickets, like
why didn't BCCI give him India ball?
Glenn Phillips at 398 for 6. Shaheen provided breakthroughs.
How does he remember this randomly?
I was there, man.
Oh, you went for... Wait. Strategy was the most important time.
Hey, that is
7 o'clock
already covered, right?
11:30 now.
Srinath watching New Zealand match at Bangalore, where they scored 400 and ended up losing. Yeah. This is what I wanted in my life.
I have told you many times you are sitting in the wrong city. You should be in Bangalore. What to do?
Killiamson elite, bro. That's what I went
How
for.
was the experience there?
Good, but a lot more policing than Wankhede getting into the stadium. Took like 90 minutes. Major troubles for like women found it really hard, not allowed to take handbags and all kinds of drama from security.
Happens every time. It's one of the notoriously difficult stadium to get into.
Yeah, Wankhede was so much easier. And then, Rachin was amazing, man. Full Rachin, RCB, because they want to buy him in a month's time. So it was good. Overall, pretty good. And then we watched Ish Sodhi bowl with a soap cake after rain. Amazing captaincy from Killiams, showing why he always finishes 4th or 2nd.
Nice guys.
That Babar took him apart, no? After that final break.
Yeah.
Fakhar.
Fakhar also.
Fakhar was taking apart before also. Babar was at least going slowly. That was the only hope that New Zealand had. And after the second break, Babar started smashing Ish Sodhi.
Yeah.
They scored like 50 runs in 3 overs and then it rained again.
Is that the only match Ish Sodhi played this World Cup?
Maybe 2, I think.
Really?
He played 1 game at the start.
Well, he's
I
not
think
playing
so.
Wankhede, that much I can tell you. That's a prediction.
Guys, I have a...
Ashna versus Ish Sodhi. This is the real
This is
battle. Ash versus Ish.
At Wankhede.
Who can get
Sorry.
drinks to the center faster?
Correct answer is Moeen.
Correct answer is Ishan Kishan, and then he comes to the crease and drinks the water himself.
What?
Yeah, Nitin, sorry.
Which
Was this World Cup the first World Cup where none of the group games ended
Nitin,
up being
best World
abandoned?
Best World Cup.
Best World Cup of all time since the last World Cup. Which I don't remember
Since
anyway.
2005 Ashes.
Guys, I don't recall. There was no washout in this World Cup. Right? The only game that was actually affected by rain was New Zealand-Pakistan, which also had a result.
Correct.
Have we ever had a World Cup where all the group games ended up giving clean results? I don't think so.
If you play 5 World Cups out of 11 in England, this only happens, no?
What's our Indian
know, bro.
monsoon?
Nobody boycotted any game.
2011 what washed out?
Yeah.
What?
Good question.
Come
I'll
on.
go back and check. I don't
Go
know.
back to ball by ball memory
You
and
were
provide.
with cricket.
You might be right. It's
Shift
probably...
didn't start.
Need to not perform. What happened?
Wait. 2015, which one got rained?
Oh.
Also with Cricinfo, I think.
Also, 2007 is not finished yet. So how are you saying that?
2007. Hey, but group stage of 2007 is over. No, only final is going on.
Super. Okay.
The final is a perpetual motion machine.
Hey, but one thing about this World Cup that can be said for certain is that finally, after all multiple NRR rival tables, NRR didn't need to be used at all because you had a clean break. With India beating all teams below it, South Africa losing only to India and
Sri Lanka versus Australia 2011 washed out. Okay.
Or did Australia not play because LTT or something?
In
146 for 3 in Palakele. Yeah, exactly.
Andrew Fernando was there covering that game and forgot about it. Anyhow.
Key reference. Beautiful.
I think time to go, lads. Can we able to continue or wrap up whatever you guys decide?
Stay for 5 minutes, sir.
5 minutes.
You said 5 minutes ago also.
No, I never said. Now I'm saying.
Don't be Shakib and all that, please. Come on.
Hello, Australia, Bangladesh 2015. You fuckers don't remember jack shit. And then
I am not challenging you. I'm just asking you what.
You asked it in a very challenging way. Challenge.
I was pointing my needle at you, but 3 were pointing back at me.
Now go to Bangladesh and meet your mentor.
Go with the best grandfather you can be.
Hey, 2007 something got raised.
Many games, star.
Thankfully, imagine having to watch them otherwise.
Okay, Sandy, what else did you have?
Just conclusion.
Unless you have something to discuss.
No, so what I was saying was net run rate didn't come into use at all.
He has, you don't say this.
In the top 4,
You don't give it back to him, Ra.
In the top 4, the top first team beat the 3 teams below it. Second team beat the 2 teams below it and lost to the one above it. Third team beat the team below it, New Zealand.
No, but second team lost to Netherlands.
And lost.
I didn't, Tony. I expected many things, but not for Hank's step chart to be verbalized like this.
What is it? Terrace farming. What did
Terrace
Nitin say?
farm. Pukakura
This one.
Park.
Pukekura Park.
This only.
Wait, Australia
is-
lost to India and
That is
South
the
Africa.
that
South
is the
Africa
test.
lost to
Africa.
India
And New Zealand lost to
Ah.
India, South Africa, and Australia.
but South Africa lost to Netherlands, so that's where it breaks. And New Zealand lost to a bunch of fuckers anyway. So.
Hey, we're talking only about the top four. In the top four, top team beat the other three teams.
He's
Second
explaining it for
team
the
lost to
third
the
time.
first team. And
This is like watching the 2007 World Cup.
IMK telling logical reasoning trivia to IMA overruling.
So this is going to end with Knittins
This is
with
how
the
life ends.
egg on his face there. Very famously struggling to use elevator buttons to get to
Hey,
27th
I'm expert
floor.
at things like Zoom screen share. Huh?
Why don't you switch off and switch on Zoom? Yeah, good only.
Good one. Yeah, back to you, Sandy G.
yeah.
Sandy ji going to throw
Tony-
some dung bomb at you.
Tony,
Sandy G.
you only have to edit. I don't know how many minutes you will get from this episode.
Edit and all I'll do.
That
That.
why you worrying?
Things to do. You build a mountain, I will sculpt the statue out of it. You don't know.
No, Sandy's concern is there is not enough of mountain material here.
yeah.
Or statue is like, if we go at this
Wait, by the way,
quality,
did
we
you
need
guys see
5 more hours to get in the
Speaking of
podcast.
statues and how horrible that Stephen Smith statue
Banana.
at Wankhede was, did you see that VI Virat Lenin sand art in Orissa from that fellow who keeps
No,
It is
no,
okay,
no.
wait.
What did you do this time?
But that fellow only. Let me show you. Since this is
Sudarshan
like,
Patnaik is his name. He makes
Correct.
sand art, which
Yeah.
does not look one bit like the person.
Virat
who's doing
Kohli
it.
looking like Steven Smith. That's what
No,
happened.
he is,
Virat-
no.
Virat
He is
Kohli
the-
looking like Vladimir Lenin.
Correct. He is the
Like
real
Imran Hashmi.
Sandy G is what I wanted to say. So Sudarshan Patnaik is the actual Sandy G. Look at this.
Why?
Look at
Oh.
he's making sand sculpture.
Oh, shit.
How is this coding?
Hey, he
This
looks
is
like
face
Indian
app,
Tata.
Face app version of Kohli.
Actually looks like Thanos if you think about it. You just cut out the hair. It's Thanos.
Yeah.
That's all.
Okay,
No,
whatever
can you
is
find
Oh,
it?
right.
You
Can
just
be
find
And
it.
anyone
Thanos was blue also, right?
Yeah.
Looks like Kalaignar Karunanidhi with beard.
What is this?
But
you,
this is-
you remember, was it Elon Musk who basically someone drew a likeness of him on Twitter and he said, please stop drawing. Don't do this ever again. I feel like
This is
Nobody
Kohli,
should do this
Kohli in
instead of-
2050.
Oh,
Kohli
Sandy, famously predicting the future.
Okay, man. Hard stop is hardest to stop. Good night.
like,
I should we end?
no, that's okay. You continue.
Okay,
Why
Sandy.
does-
Why-
yeah.
Continue.
Jobs, please.
A few more times, Tony is going to say back to you, Sandy Ji, or something.
Okay, I'll stop, but I hope we have enough content.
Yeah, da, why is this one
I
so
can't-
worried about content?
I can't even say on that note. Tony will ask
Say
which
no.
note.
What
Which
is
note?
stopping you? It doesn't
Correct.
matter. This is every episode. Again, bits and pieces bingo. On that
Okay.
note, on
The-
which note?
the
What
point of the
episode
pod
number
is-
this at the end of this thing?
The point
All
of
of
the
this.
pod is to only have bits and pieces of content, no? Like that's the point. Not proper content, only bits and pieces.
Sri Chop Shankar.
Okay.
It is really the
So
art
we-
of leaving out bits and pieces that should make it.
So we have come to the end of this episode, and
If
as
you
we
say
wait,
so.
as we wait for the semifinals, I just wanted to say that 76 years back, the British and Pakistan, in a way, walked out of India, and after crashing out of World Cup
Oh,
yesterday,
wow.
England and Pakistan have again walked out.
Amazing.
So till next weekend, let's keep on harping on who would be in the finals and who would win the finals. This is me, Choppy, Srinath, Nitin and Tony saying goodbye. Say bye, guys. Next
Good
episode
night.
is episode 98. We'll discuss Sachin's innings versus Pakistan World Cup 2003.
Hey, didn't he score 98 against Australia also in 96?
No, that was in 98. He scored 134 and 143.
Oh, okay. Wankade, how much did Marco
90.
get? 90. Sorry.
But the good thing about that inning is, even though it was just 98, it was in centurion.
Oh.
Oh.
Okay, thank you. Thank you for listening. Thanks, guys. Say bye, everyone.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye. Bye.
Bye. Bye.